Hi, good day. This is Miss LM and we're back again with another math video, and today we're going to talk about proving triangle inequalities. So in this video, we're going to learn how we can prove the three triangle inequality theorem that we have already discussed. And we're going to start our lesson about proving triangle inequality theorem 1, wherein we have side angle inequality theorem. So in this theorem, we all know that if we have one side of a triangle is longer than the other side, then the angle opposite the first side is larger than the angle opposite the second side. So ito yung sinasabi natin na the longer the side, the larger the angle, and the shorter the side, the smaller the angle. So paano nga ba natin ipoprove ang theorem number 1 na ito? So we have here this given and we have to prove this one. So given the triangle LMN and we have side LN greater than side LM. So this is the given. Side LN is greater than side LM. We have to prove that the angle opposite side LN, which is angle LMN, is greater than the angle opposite side LM, which is LNM. Angle N and angle M. Yun yung mga opposite angles nila. So, as you can see, we have another figure here na nanggaling din from our first figure or dun sa mismong given natin. So, dito, bakit siya nagkaroon ng line segment MP? So, there is a need to make additional constructions to prove that angle LMN is greater than angle LNM. With compass point on L and with radius LM, so nandito yung compass point or yung pointy end ng compass natin, and then yung may pen is nandito sa M, mark a point P on LN. So we're going to form an arc and yung magi-intersect sa line LN, yun yung gagawin nating point P. And connect M and P with the segment to form a triangle. So again, we're going to form another triangle inside triangle LMN by adding a segment MP. So dahil ang side ng triangle na ito ay nanggaling sa LM at nag-form tayo ng another triangle with the side LP based from the side LM, so we can say that on our first statement, side LM is congruent to side LP by construction. Okay? So, LM and LP by construction po, they are congruent. At dahil meron tayong two sides that are congruent on a triangle, ano ba ang classification ng triangle na merong two sides that are congruent? So, ang triangle LMP ay masasabi nating isosceles triangle. Again, since we have two sides that are congruent, therefore, triangle LMP is an isosceles triangle. And ang reason, definition of isosceles triangle. Then, based from our statement 1, ayan, based on statement 1, how do you describe angle 1 and 2? So, dahil meron nga tayong two sides that are congruent, that means the angles opposite those two sides are also congruent. And they are named as angle 1 and angle 2. So, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 by converse of isosceles triangle theorem. That the base angles of an isosceles triangle are congruent. Okay? So, next, study the illustration and write a statement about LMN. Alin ba yung LMN? So, yung mas malaking angle. If the reason is the one given. Ang reason daw po na susundin natin ay ang angle addition postulate. LMN. Anong bumubuo sa angle LMN? That's angle 1 and angle 3. So, angle LMN is equal to the sum of angle 1 and angle 3. And based from statement 4 at magagawa tayo ng inequality statement na nakafocus lang kay angle 1. So, alisin natin si angle 3, hindi na siya equal kay LMN, di ba? And si LMN ngayon ay mas malaki kay angle 1. Kasi nga, magiging equal lang ang LMN kapag magka-add si 1 at si 3. At dahil inalis si angle 3, magiging mas maliit na si angle 1. That is why angle LMN is greater than angle 1. And dun sa ating statement number 3, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So, by substitution property, we can say that angle LMN is greater than angle 2. Okay? So, that's for our sixth statement. By substitution property po yung reason. Okay, next is number 7. So, study the illustration and write an operation statement involving angle MPN. So, this one, angle N, this one, and angle 3. So, ang reason is angle addition postulate. So, ano nga bang masasabi natin kapag pinag-add natin yung tatlong angles na yon? Equal sila sa 180. So, angle MPN plus angle N plus angle 3 is equals to 180 kasi nga po ay ito ay nanggaling sa triangle MPN. Okay? Next, study the illustration and write an operation statement involving angle 2 and angle MPN. Angle 2 and angle MPN, and according sa reason natin, linear pair theorem. So, that means kapag pinag-add si angle 2 at si angle MPN, equals din siya sa 180. And then, kung mapapansin nyo po sa ating statement number 9, angle 2 plus angle MPN is equal sa 180. And also, itong tatlong to, equal din siya sa 180. So, we can use substitution property or transitive property for this statement number 9. Since pareho silang equal sa 180, we can say that this sum or these two angles is also equal to these three angles. Okay? So, by substitution or transitive property. Then, for number 10, what will be the result if angle MPN is deducted away from both sides of statement 9? So, yung kanina, pag tinanggal doon natin yung angle MPN on both sides, ano na ang magiging result? So, we have angle 2 is equals to angle N plus angle 3. And from the word itself deducted, so ang reason natin ay subtraction property of equality. Again, naalis po on both sides by subtraction ang angle MPN. At ito na po yung result. Magiging equal lang sa angle 2 yung angle N at angle 3 pag pinag-add sila. So, kapag inalis natin si angle 3, mas maliit na si angle N kaysa kay angle 2. So, that means angle 2 is greater than angle N. And based on statement 6 and statement 11, if angle LMN is greater than angle 2 and angle 2 is greater than angle N, so ibig sabihin, mas malaki po ang angle LNM kaysa kay angle N. So, yun po yung ating kailangang i-prove. This is the last part of our statements and reasons. Angle LMN is greater than angle N or angle LNM. Okay? So, ito po siya kapag wala tayong guide questions. So, depende ang magiging sunod na statement dun sa ating nasa unahang statement. And the reasons, again, kailangan knowledgeable enough tayo sa mga properties, theorems, postulates, and definitions para hindi tayo mahirapang makaisip ng mga statements and reasons. Okay? Let's proceed to our second triangle inequality theorem, and that's angle side inequality theorem. So, in this theorem, triangle inequality theorem number 2, which is the angle side, if one angle of a triangle is larger than the second angle, then the side opposite the first angle is longer than the side opposite the second angle. Or in other words, the larger the angle, the longer the side, the smaller the angle, the shorter the side. So, we're going to prove that. We have angle L greater than angle N. So, kailangan natin i-prove that the side opposite this angle is also greater than the side opposite to this angle. So, we have to prove side MN, which is opposite of angle L, is greater than side LM, which is opposite of angle N. So, in this triangle inequality theorem, we can use indirect proof. So, we're going to show na una, yung side MN ay equal sa side LM. At pangalawa, we have to show na ang side MN ay mas maliit sa side LM. At ipuprove natin na mali yung dalawang assumptions na yon. Again, using the indirect proof, we are going to assume that side MN is not greater than side LM. Ano ba yung not greater than? It's either equal or less than. So, dito muna tayo sa equal. Dahil equal yung dalawang sides, ibig sabihin, triangle LMN is an isosceles triangle. And the reason is, we have definition of isosceles triangle. And then, what can we say now on the angles opposite to them? So, masasabi natin na equal din yung angles opposite to them kasi nga equal yung sides natin. So, this is base angles of isosceles triangle are congruent or converse of isosceles triangle inequality. At dahil nag-equal yung dalawang angle and hindi siya nagja-jive dito sa ating given, the assumption that side MN is congruent to side LM is false. Again, bakit? Because it contradicts the given that measure angle L is greater than measure angle N. Same as dun sa considering that side MN is less than side LM. And what are the angles opposite to them? We have measure angle L and measure angle N. And less than din yung i-apply natin. Ang reason natin ngayon is Triangle Inequality Theorem 1. So, as you can see, pwede na natin gamitin si Theorem 1 sa pag-prove ng Theorem 2 kasi na-prove na natin itong Theorem 1. And again, itong ating naging statement ay hindi ulit katugma nitong ating given. So, false ulit yung assumption. The conclusion that measure angle L is less than measure angle N contradicts to the given that, ano ba yung given natin? Measure angle L is greater than measure angle N. So, therefore, dahil hindi nga po na-prove na true yung mga contradictions na equal and less than, so, therefore, side MN is greater than side LM. So, this is true because the assumption that side MN is not greater than LM contradicts the known fact that measure angle L is greater than measure angle N. So, that's how indirect proof have been used. Okay? So, gagamit tayo ng contradictions at ipuprove natin na yung contradictions na yun ay mali. Okay, so ito yung ating two-column form using the indirect proof for our triangle inequality theorem number 2. Okay? So, let's now have our last and final proving. Ang ipuprove naman natin ngayon ay ang Triangle Inequality Theorem 3, wherein we have the sum of the two sides must be greater than the third side. Okay? So, the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So, paano nga ba natin ipoprove ang inequality theorem na ito? So, first, syempre, kailangan natin ng given. We have triangle LMN, where side LM is less than side LN, and side LN is less than side MN. So, in other words, yung side MN yung longest, and side LM yung shortest. Di po ba? Then, we're going to prove that, ayan, kapag nag-add tayo ng two sides, kailangan greater than siya dun sa third side. And notice that since we have side MN greater than side LN and side MN greater than side LM, then it's obvious that MN, so the longest plus yung shortest mismo, malamang mas malaki na siya sa LN. And yung longest, i-add mo dun sa LN or dun sa panggitna na measurement na side, mas malaki siya malamang dun sa shortest. Now, ang kailangan na lang natin i-prove is yun nga po, the two shorter sides, kapag pinag-add, dapat mas malaki or mas mahaba kaysa sa longest side, which is MN. And to do that, magko-construct po ulit tayo. We are going to add a segment from point L ng ating triangle, line segment LP, wherein yung L ay nasa gitna. So, L ay midpoint. And then, LP is an extension of side LM such that L is between M and P and LP is congruent to LN. So, make sure din lang po na itong LP ay congruent dun sa side natin na side LN. So, paano makakapag-form na congruent dito kay side LN? So, dito yung compass na pointy end and then yung N po, nandun yung ating pen. Then, mag-draw tayo ng arc. Ayan. Pag nakapag-draw tayo ng arc, hanapin natin yung magiging ka-intersect nung segment na idinugtong natin dito kay LM. Dun po, dapat ilalagay yung point P. Okay? So, now, let's prove yung pinaka-last that side LM plus side LN is greater than side MN. So, first, write a statement to describe LP and LN. Again, they are congruent. So, LP is equal to LN or LP is congruent to LN by construction. Then, since meron tayong two congruent sides, again, makakapag-form tayo ng isosceles triangle. So, this triangle LPN or LNP is an isosceles triangle. And anong reason? Because we have definition of isosceles triangle na kapag may two congruent sides, therefore, the triangle is an isosceles triangle. And then, based from our statement 1 and statement 2 na meron tayong isosceles triangle, angle LNP, so LNP is the angle opposite side LP, and LPN is the angle opposite side LN. So, base angles of isosceles triangle are congruent, LNP and LPN are congruent. And by reflexive property, kung mapapansin nyo po, yung bigger triangle natin, which is MPN, may angle P siya, at yung smaller triangle natin, which is LPN, same lang po yung angle P. So, that means angle LPN is congruent to angle MP. MPN by reflexive property. Same lang po yung tinutukoy na P. Now, what's next? Again, LPN congruent to MPN. If angle LNP and LPN are congruent and LPN and MPN are congruent by transitive property, so malilink natin ngayon ang LNP to MPN. Okay? LNP is congruent to MPN because of this angle LPN. So next, so we have here angle, two angles pinag-add natin. So anong reason yon? Angle addition, postulate. MNP, so alin ang MNP? This angle naman po ang tinutukoy. Equal siya sa pinagsamang angle 1 and angle 3. Yung angle 1 and angle 3, ang name nila is angle LNP. So ito yon, angle 1. Angle LNM is ito namang angle 3. Okay? So equal daw sila. Now, using statement 5, in statement 6, so magkakaroon tayo ng anong nangyari. So, MNP pa din, LNM, LNP, napalitan siya ng MPN based from our statement 5. So, anong reason ngayon dyan? That's substitution property. LNP napalitan ng MPN because they are congruent. Next, from statement 7, kapag nagtanggal po tayo ng isang angle dito, mapapag-compare natin si angle MNP at MPN. So, we are going to focus on angle MNP and angle MPN. So, magkakaroon tayo ng MNP is greater than MPN. So, mas malaki ang MNP kaysa kay MPN kasi equal lang MNP sa MPN plus, kailangan kasama niya si LNM. Kaya pag tinanggal si LNM, greater than po yung angle MNP. And using statement 8 and the illustration, right? A statement with the reasons given. Triangle inequality theorem 2. Ano ba nilalaman ng triangle inequality theorem 2? That, syempre, given yung angle, mako-compare din natin yung sides opposite to them. Ano ba ang side opposite to angle MNP? MNP, so ang side opposite to it is side MP. And MPN, side opposite to angle P is itong MN. So, MP is greater than MN. And from the illustration, what operation involving LM and LP? LM and LP, so addition. LM plus MP is equals to MP. Okay? Now, pwede nating palitan itong MP ng LM plus LP. LM plus LP is MN by substitution property. Again, ito po yun. Ipinalit natin sa MP. Then, after that, dun sa ating pinakaunang statement, which is LP. Saan ba equal ang LP? Sa LN. So, LM plus LN is greater than MN. So, eto na siya. Yung ating kailangang i-prove, yung natitira natin, that the sum of the two shorter sides is greater than the longest side. So, na-prove na po natin. Dito po sa last slide natin is yung dire-diretso ng two-column form, walang guide question, mas madali nating makikita yung flow ng statements at ng reasons. So that ends our video for today. I hope you learned something. Huwag kalimutan pong mag-like at i-share itong video. At i-click nyo na rin ang subscribe button para updated kayo sa mga susunod pang videos. So keep safe everyone. God bless. Bye-bye!